right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day so far. Plenty to discuss in today's topics regarding TSM and the landing spots and the drama behind all of this that uncovered last night. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. As always, like I said earlier, plenty to discuss today. First off, just kind of wanted to make mention of this. I thought this was pretty interesting. We have not seen Fortnite competitive really flourish in about a couple years or so. They had that massive World Cup. I think, like, what was it, $30 million, maybe 10 million? I can't remember what it was, but a massive World Cup, like over 1 point something million concurrent viewers at one time. It was unbelievable the amount of people they were able to pull in to watch this event. I actually had a friend of mine who was competing in it, unfortunately got like last place over there, but it was really cool nonetheless to see all these guys go through it. I think they also had like a duos thing, and to watch these duos like competed out, to watch these solos competed out, it was one of the craziest experiences I've seen in esports in a very long time. And how intense it was with so much money on the line was absolutely unbelievable. Well, Fortnite made this announcement last night saying 2023 is your year with a new major structure and a $10 million total prize pools. They also gave the dates for all of this, and basically it's like a new major style. They got major 1, 5 weeks, major 2, 5 weeks, major 3, 5 weeks, last chance major, which is basically major 4, honestly, and then a global championship. So this is going to be like an actual competitive scene. I thought that was super interesting to see that Fortnite's not going to just have these World Cups every couple years. Looks like they actually might have a real established competitive scene that's going to be consistent. Might even see some people return over in that scene. I know it's not Apex related, but it is a competition of Apex. This kind of makes you think, will Apex step it up? Will they step their game up now that Fortnite Battle Royale is definitely going to be back on the rise? Now, definitely a big one to discuss here. We actually covered this not long ago where Seven was actually making some tweets regarding the drop spots that are going to be taking place at ALGS London Land February 2nd through February the 5th. These are like all the group stages here. You got A versus B, C versus D, then obviously it flips an A versus C, A versus D. Everybody plays everybody, right? So you could see some of these maps here where we could see some of the drop spots of where teams are going to be landing at. And obviously some of these are going to be contested. So a lot of people will be landing by themselves, no contestment whatsoever, but some teams, unfortunately, will have teams landing on them and they're going to have to fight for their spot. Like I noticed right here, obviously you got Guard and Dark Zero both landing over here at Fragment. So these are things you're gonna have to worry about. NRG with Singularity, a lot of teams are gonna be contested and they're gonna have to fight off for their spot. So some of these really big teams are actually gonna be eliminated in the games pretty early, depending if they're able to win their contestment or not. Well, there's a team that you guys might know, KCP. This is Pioneers. This is coming from Nasky, saying that they are going to be forfeiting their spot from Wall to TSM after this crazy drama unleashed last night. Got a lot of response from TSM. I want to show you guys this. So he started off by saying this. Basically, I'm leaving Wall to TSM. Read fully before further harassment, please. We are officially announcing that we will not be defending our POI against TSM anymore. In the first set of 3 games, we lost due to poor planning and weren't able to trial and error our strats. Also said in the second and last set of 3 games, we lost to TSM purely because they're just the strongest team in the world. We did a lot of preparation and managed to beat multiple top teams in the world back to back. It was feeling amazing going into it. TSM, though, is simply too strong. It really hurts doing stuff like this. I'd love to let my ego continue fighting for the spot, but I'm simply not brainlet like multiple other pros. And I've always said since the start of my time that anyone should contest, but if you're also losing, you should know when it's time to leave. The harassment, though, and death threats from the filthy TSM fans didn't make it much easier, but we figured it would happen. Y'all incels aren't even close to being the reason, and if anything, I'd love to continue contesting to make you mad. However, I still wholeheartedly believe that we have the ability to win LAN, and we're also working very hard, very, very hard, and long days to make sure you guys see. All the ego and banner was never anything personal, just for fun. We and TSM are cool, and before some Reddit frog types otherwise, also going forward, please stop the bashing and constant slander and harassment. It hurts my ego enough to leave a drop spot when I've successfully defended my POIs for the last 3 years. PS, hello Reddit. Suck, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, you could see Pioneers GG has decided to forfeit their drop spot to TSM because I guess TSM simply is just too strong. Well, Reps actually came here, said, I'm sorry for any of the hate that you guys received. I wish that we could guarantee that there will never be any hate, but we can't control the mass idiots. Always respected you guys, and none of you ever deserve to get any hate for the landing in the same spot you've been in forever. Obviously, it's not like they just decided, hey, we're going to grieve TSM's game. Let's just make their experience miserable. They've been defending this spot for a very long time. You can't really do anything but describe. you can't really do anything but give them credit where credit is due, especially for saying, look, we understand TSM's just better. They're just stronger. It's time for us to leave. It's time for us to give up our spot. Raven, the coach on TSM, also said, in my opinion, you guys are a top 5 team that is a contender for the title. If you don't win a LAN with your contest score, and I hope people realize that. Sorry, you guys got a lot of hate. If you're toxic to KCP, sending death threats and abuse, screw off. I wouldn't be in my position if it weren't for you talking about Nasky. So nothing but love here. Obviously, the TSM fans have gone a little wild. It's unbelievable to see. But when you have an overpopular streamer like that, someone who's just got massive numbers for TSM, and especially Imperial How, you're going to get some weirdos, unfortunately. And now we also saw Impulse actually say, from tomorrow, the Fire Beavers are contesting walls. So if you guys don't know, they're doing international scrims. Imperial How has been streaming this a lot lately. And so Fire Beavers over from the EMEA region have decided, okay, I guess we're going to contest wall now, just to tick off the TSM fans. And Imperial How made a response. God only knows what it says. But regardless, it is definitely interesting to see all of this go down. Last thing I wanted to mention here, a little bit of a golden nugget, I guess. This is coming from ESA. You guys know they run their tournaments. TSM apparently decides to not play in them because they used to get paid back in the day to play in them, and now they want them to play for free. And TSM said, basically says the competition is just too easy. The players in it suck. And I guess you can't blame them. You can't fault them for that. You know, definitely is a decision to make. But regardless, still a pretty good competitive tournament here. And we had Luminosity take the dub last night. Sentinels, which is trying out Stay Naughty, and Aiden the Destroyer also in second, and then Randoms, which is actually Mercy, Enemy, and Crummy, which we had that conversation about the challenger circuit the other day and whether or not they really should have qualified. Regardless, getting a top 3 in the ESA, still pretty good. Now top 10 though, I wanted to mention this. If you guys don't remember, back in the day, Decipher, this guy took like a 4-month break. He's always trolling on Twitter, and he actually got in the top 10. You got to give him props for this. I thought this was crazy to see, but nonetheless, a crazy day for the Apex Legends competitive scene. As always, make sure to like the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as always, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you later, Gators.